Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mario Sena. For the grace of God, I'm president of Agape Transportation. Agape Transportation is as the name implies, a transportation company dedicated to a non-emergency transportation here in the city of New York. New York City is our headquarters of non-emergency transportation specialist. We have this podcast, our third podcast number 3, information for our drivers and for anyone who needs information, is looking to a better job, a better company to join us as a driver. As I say, we don't have taxi driver. We have business people that drive a taxi. That's the difference on our drivers. Drivers that think a little bit higher than the regular drivers. They're just thinking about how to pay the rents and how to pay the rent for the car. This is, I hope, is my hoping is that every driver that we have the goal, have dreams, they know what they want, because we don't want to have you here as a driver for 10, 15, 20 years, as was my case, that I drove over 30 years. 30 years I was driving in the city of New York, over and over, until 10 years ago that I started this beautiful company and servicing the needed people that goes to the medical appointment. That's all we do, medical transportation here in the city of New York. What the difference on this company for the driver is that the safety of every customer. You don't have to be worried about any customer. It doesn't matter what time, 3 o'clock in the morning, that you take somebody to dialysis. You don't have to be afraid of that customer. You know it's a safe, pre-screened customer. So the drivers, also pre-screened drivers, have to come to the base to have an orientation in order to work with us. So the drivers and the passenger, they're saved using Agape Transportation. On the last podcast, we promised to talk about the new project that we have, Agape, about PacKEtek. PacKEtek, PacKEtek. 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 PacKEtek is a delivery company which is going to be dedicated exclusively from pharmacy and medical equipment. We're going to be starting with the pharmacy with the prescriptions. So we're going to do just prescription from the pharmacy to the patients. So we're going to be, we also have the auction. You download the app as a driver, PacKEtek, at Apple Android store, PacKEtek as a driver, and also PacKEtek, there is another application for the customer. If a customer, like say somebody living out of the United States and they want to, the grandma or some family here cannot go to the pharmacy, they can download the application, order the delivery of that prescription to that family. So we take it from the pharmacy to the house. Another thing that we're doing, which going to be concentrated in, is the wholesale of the pharmacy. We already have the contract with pharmacy to do their delivery. Most of the pharmacy, they do delivery here in the city of New York. Some do it locally, and someone cannot afford to send to the next, let's say, to the next county. So that's what we did. We see a need on delivering this part, and then we come in with the solution, a better solution for the pharmacy owner to do and expand the customers. So it's very tough. The business, well, every business is tough out there, but especially the pharmacy, our small pharmacy. They have the competition of big guys like Walmart, Walgreens, Amazon, PillPack, Capsule, those big virtual pharmacy that they're competing now, doing delivery free for the patients, and the patient doesn't even have to go to the pharmacy. So our people still, they prefer to deal with the personalized services. So they use the local pharmacy, and that's where we come to help the pharmacy, because the pharmacy cannot afford to have 10, 15 employees to do those deliveries. Plus that they don't make money on all pharma or all prescription. We just learning that's not necessarily making money in all delivery. So that's why they cannot afford to have employees to do those deliveries, and that's where we come in. So we see the need, and then we supply the result, the solution for that needs. That's how you have to look at when you are thinking about going into a business. You see what is the need and how you're going to serve that need in a better way that is being served. You don't have to look for competition. You just have to look for a niche within any industry. You look what's missing, and if you come in with that part, and I think we come in with that part, it's very needed. It is shown already. With 2-3 weeks, we have the launching of PacKEtek this coming week on Tuesday. We already have customers. We have pharmacy customers that one pharmacy complete already 1,000 packages, 1,000 prescriptions that we already took to the customer. It's amazing. The market over there is amazing, and I want you and our driver, listen to me. As we say, we do in the transportation, we know Agape Transportation cannot cover all the patient. We cannot have all the drivers in the city. So we encourage anybody that's inclined to start a business of transportation, we willing to help. We have no problem with that. We don't want all the business for ourselves. The same thing was going to be with PacKEtek. PacKEtek is this industry, the delivery industry, is a huge market out there. The pandemic speed up 10 years ahead for the deliveries needs over here in this city, worldwide. And then this is a good business. It's something that you should look at, study, and maybe as a couple, you, your wife, your husband, and of course you have to have the basis. You have to have some saving. Don't look for a loan to start a business. You have to program that business and have some saving and have some sources that you're going to use. So, but the transportation, the delivery, the transportation still is a market there, but it's more complicated to start. It's not impossible. It's more complicated, but the delivery, we find out, is a little bit easier. It's not as hard. Of course, you have to have the resources. You have to have. We create our own software for PacKEtek. PacKEtek has its own software. We did it from scratch, but you can start it manually. So asking you to check it out. Maybe you're looking for a business. You already have been driving for Agape. You have already some saving. You don't have big debt. And you're looking for something different. Deliver it. It doesn't have maybe pharmacy. Pharmacy is a huge segment of medical that you can go to, and it's something that have non-stop. It doesn't matter the crisis we have, economic crisis. It doesn't matter what we have. The medical sector is going to be always in need. So it's a good sector to go in. So study well this part. How is the revenue? How is excuse me? How is the of course, I have some water here. Excuse me. So I want you to advise on that part. I forgot to do that in the Spanish version, but it's a good business. We see as a huge business. We have a conversation with somebody that owns 14 pharmacy, just one customer, 14 pharmacy, and there is a huge market over there. Walgreens, CVS, those guys, they use transportation. They do delivery. They use delivery company. So why If that's you, why not? Why not you in your neighborhood, starting over there? So it's something that you can think about it, just the tip of the day. So PacKEtek, you can drive a PacKEtek. Besides, you don't need a TLC driver license to drive for PacKEtek, or you can be helping somebody as accompanying a driver, because we're going to do it on a special way. We're gonna first we see the need for the transportation, for the deliveries, and then we're gonna provide a service that nobody has it out there. Those two components. You have to see the need, how you supply the need, and how you're gonna be supplying better than anybody else that existing on this market. So we're gonna do it on the mostly in New York City for two drivers per car. Two person per vehicle. One driving and the other one making the delivery. So it's almost impossible in the Bronx and in any borough here in New York City to operate one person doing delivery in a car. So in a car, we're going to start in with car, then eventually we're going to have bicycle, whatever is needed. But remember that delivering prescription, pharmacy equipment, and all those medical equipment is not the same as delivering a hamburger or a rice and beans from El Valle. It's not the same. It's more dedicated. It's more delicate, and it has a special care for that. So you have to have that in mind if you're thinking about starting this business. So that's why we go the extra mile, because we have to offer something different. Always something that we have drivers, even drivers that offer something different to its customer. We have drivers that have some water, they have the cell chargers. Something extra. You have to do the extra. So the difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary is just the extra. So in Agape, we did the extra with the service transportation, and we're going to be doing the extra on the PacKEtek. PacKEtek. Anybody can drive for PacKEtek. They have to be through, you can download the application as a driver or as a customer, or say as a pharmacy too. PacKEtek, 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 PacKEtek. You have to have this application in order to have a job. Now, where the driver, the regular, already the Agape transportation driver go in. So we have conversation with company like LabCorp, the same company that do the urine test for the drivers. They had the need of long distance transportation, specimen, test sample, those kind of thing that they need urgent in other states. So we're going to have trips going to Philadelphia, to New Jersey, to Massachusetts. I don't know if you're interested in that. $200, $300, $400 trips. So, but you have to have the application download of the PacKEtek. So this is a huge market out there, and it's going to be insane. So you call the base. We have already like 6-7 employees just for PacKEtek. We have our CEO. One PacKEtek buys. The guy, the CEO of PacKEtek, the one and only. It's amazing what we having. By the way, by sharing this podcast, even though this is directed mainly for Agape transportation drivers, you can share this information, because maybe another compañero, another colleague, another drivers, it's driving in a place that they don't feel comfortable, or they don't make enough. If they're happy with the company they're driving, don't bother, to invite them to transportation. They're good over there, excellent. So somebody else that try to want to try something different, you tell them the blessing we have here at Agape. Talking about blessing. Sharing. Yeah, we're going to have a test on sharing. I understand that the media, you can count how many times you share a video. So we're going to have a test contest. See how many sharing everybody has. So whoever has more sharing of this video on any podcast from Agape Transportation, you're going to be selected as a winner. We have a gift for you, for the person that that do the most sharing of this podcast about that. But amazing. You can invite any friends to Agape. Two big things coming up. Their car. We have the raffle of the new cars again and again. It's a custom already in Agape. Every year we have a car for the driver, and this one's going to be for January 15. We have the date. January 15. We have the raffle of the new cars for our drivers. For that purpose, we have November. Listen to this. This is amazing. November and December, we have no base fee. 0 base fee, November and December, the whole 2 months. Of course, November we have the turkey, December we have wines, and plus that we're going to have zero base fee, November and December for our drivers. Any incoming drivers or any existing driver already for us. So it's very important that you share this video and your friends can take advantage of this. They're working already in a base and they want to try Agape just for free, in other words. So we have no base fee November and December, and we never collect a commission on every job from the job you do. So minimum $15, remember that, and we have no deduction on the price you see on every job on your screen. $15 you see, minimum $15 is for yourself. And by the way, the average per trip over here in Agape Transportation is $26. 26 USA dollars is the minimum you make average per trip over here. We have plenty of jobs. Actually, we're rejecting some jobs that we cannot cover. So we of course we need all the driver you can get. We have enough jobs for everybody. People is waiting for us to cover this job. We have new insurance waiting for us to tell yes, we can cover your job. It's amazing the blessing we're having on Agape, but you have to take advantage of it. As a driver, you have to take advantage. We don't know until when this is going to be last. Now is the moment. Now is the moment to make the goal to see what else God has for you there. But you have to you have to organize yourself. You have to come out every day with the goal. You have to know how many jobs you want to do, how much money you want to make, or how many hours you're going to work. But you have to have a goal. Otherwise, you're going to be working like I did it for 25 years as a taxi driver here in New York City. That I didn't have a goal. I just wanted to pay my rent. I just wanted to go one time to my country every year, and that was my higher goal. But I knew God had something for me bigger than what I was seeing. That's what I was trying. So many business. I had a real estate license. I was in multi-level business. I print T-shirts at home with my family. We did so many things, looking for that we knew God has something else for us. And thanks God. I mean, we launched this Agape Transportation 10 years ago, and we didn't have any money, not even enough money to start this business. If I have calculated how much money I needed to start the business, we wouldn't start it. I had not started this business. So you have to, set your goal and launch yourself. You don't have to have everything in control. There is peace that's eventually in the way you're going to find out how to do it. So how you say paracaídas in English? The paracaídas. How you say that in English? When you shoot yourself from the airplane and you have the parachute. The parachute only open when you launch yourself from the airplane. So you have to start it. You have to, at some point, you have to start that dream, that idea that you always have, that you have been thinking about for a long time. You can do it if you believe and you have passion for that, and you're willing to pay the price. You don't need anything else. I promise, I guarantee that the ideas, the what you need is on the way. You're going to find out how to do it. If you have dreamed it, if you have passion and you're willing to do the work, I mean, God is there for you to help you. Once you take the decision to start a project, I mean, believe it. I mean, I'm testimony of that. I can tell you that I have no money when I started the business. And now with the pharmacy, I have no experience in that. Not at all. No experience. Now we have the resources, of course, but the passion of serving the people, not just making money. Money comes after you serve, after you satisfy a need out there, then you have your reward. So don't concentrate on the money. Don't look at every customer as an extra $20, $30, or $30,000. So concentrate on how you're going to serve the society, and then eventually you're going to have your reward. I mean, I promise you, you're going to have, but you cannot concentrate on the money, because when you concentrate on the money, you won't have that care for the customers. So service is first. And I mean, the big company never started thinking about the money, not even Amazon. Amazon started selling books, audio books. Facebook was a game between students. They never thought about making money with these companies. Then they started thinking about making money. And look at those businesses. You look for those big company. They didn't start looking that they can make a lot of money. They look at that they can serve the need of the people. And that's very, very, very important. What else can I tell you? This podcast, of course, is in YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram. We're going to be all over the place because we need the people to know about Agape Transportation and PacKEtek. It's a huge two company that have a big opportunity for so many family that they can do. By the way, PacKEtek, you can be a couple. It could be the wife and the husband, or a wife that has a car and we provide another helper. I mean, there is no excuse to make money. Your dream can come true through Agape or PacKEtek. You can do it. You can do it, but you have to be willing, ready to sacrifice yourself, to put the time, and most important, everything, to know what are you looking for. What is it that you need? What is it that maybe the house that you want to have? Maybe that's retirement that you want to save, that you're going to have a pleasant and easy retirement. Buying a house for your parents. I mean, sending your kid to a better school. I mean, you name it. You can do it when you have passion and go for the service of the people. What else can I tell you? Sharing this, the podcast number 3, podcast number 3 from Agape Transportation, a non-emergency transportation here in the city of New York. You can drive safely and make a lot of money. We need drivers. We need a lot of drivers here, and there is no compromise. You can try. You can November, December. There's no cost to start, not even base fee, and we have no commission. $15 minimum for you. Average $26 per trip. Nobody can offer you that. I mean, that I cannot tell you enough of that. If you're willing to try something different, and of course to our existing driver, thank you for making the difference. Thank you for making Agape the #1 company, non-emergency transportation in the state of New York. It's a pleasure for myself. My name is Mario Sena. Thanking Danny Sena, my son, and of course, my beloved grandson, Joseph Abreu, on the controls. Thank you very much. God bless you. And remember your dreams and believe and your effort to do that. Thanks God for all. May God bless you, all of you, and see you on the next podcast. This is Mario from Agape Transportation. Thank you.